So yeah, I mean, I felt weird and inadequate and whatever, and those weird inadequate feelings usually cause a person to try drugs or alcohol if it's available at whatever age. My age was 13 with alcohol. And because if you don't fit in anywhere, like, you're gonna try everything, you know, like, oh, I'll try to fit in here then. Of course I fit in with the drugs and alcohol and stuff. It was soon to be my world, you know. So anyways, you know, I went through all these institutions, HSC, the state mental health hospital, I don't know, probably 7 times total in life. It's where they had like the psych wards on the unit. It's just the crazies, for lack of better terms. The crazies, but the norms. Other like group homes where I was away from home for 10.5 months. I got kicked out of boot camp. I was in boot camp for 6 months and got kicked out, and then went to our home in Parkston for 10.5 months. So away from my family at age, 16 to 17. I was away the whole time, 13 to 18, and then I was locked up in my adult life too, and it's like, whoa, like, what happened, man, you know? I don't think anything really happened. I think I just felt really inadequate and insecure, and I didn't fit in, and so that caused me to start using. And then here's what I also think. Once you start using, if you have that thing where you're like, yeah, like, this makes me feel good, and you're just like, whoa, yes, this is my freaking thing, dude. If you have that in your brain, which some people, I don't get it, because some people drink every night or every weekend, and then they still go to work, and they have like this wonderful life, they're traveling, and they handle all their biz. So are they normal, or do they still enjoy it in the same way that I enjoy it in my head, and they're just handling? I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But what I'm trying to say is like, you know, all that happened, but like once you start that, okay, obviously then there's addiction that follows and all other problems. It is hard to break that chain. It is hard to get out of. Then you develop a relationship with the drug of your choice or the alcohol or whatever. Then you get to a point where you adjust to it, and it's just a part of your life, and everything's just crazy, and it's like, then you think, like, where did all these freaking years go, man? You know? And it's like, I just remember, like, being in prison thinking, I have to figure this out. Like, I can't kill myself. Like, I can't anymore, because now I know too much. This is what I do to myself. I'm too into, like, psychology and the spirit. I study too much, and then I can't do something anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, I can't even be mad at people for anything they do, because I get it too much, dude. Like, I get irritated sometimes, you know, where I'm off the beam or I'm not in the right vortex, but I still have that understanding in my head, or knowing that, like, that's just where they're at in their life, and it still doesn't even affect me after that, you know? So it's like, once you become in tune with that, it screws with your life, like, in a good way, but, like, yeah, it's like, I can't even be mad at anybody or anyone or whatever. And so, like, once I realized, I was like, fuck, I was like, I can't kill myself. Like, I have to deal with this shit. Okay, so then what am I going to do? So you got all this time to think in prison, listening to the music, everything, and just thinking, like, sitting there just manifesting, dude, just visualizing all the time. All you have is time in there, you know? I mean, I had time, too, where I screwed off with the girls in there, the girlfriends and stuff, but, like, a lot of time to think and just visualize. So I'd always visualize, like, what would I picture? I just want to get out. I just want to work, man. I just want to save money. I want to, you know, do a couple of things, like go to an OAR concert. I want to go see Abraham Hicks live, but other than that, I just want to save money, and I just want to give it time, man, so I can trust myself. People can start trusting me, and maybe I can be a speaker. Maybe someday I can be a speaker. Within 7 to 10 years, man, that's a long time. I was thinking in my head, my heart, man, that's a long time. But like, if I want it, and the universe aligns me accordingly, and everything's in sync like I believe it is, it'll all happen in divine timing, and I just need to chill and trust in that, and just go with the flow. So it's funny because it just hit me yesterday, and I realized that, like, that's where I'm at now. That's what I'm doing. And it's also funny because me and my dad are going to go to an OAR concert in August. So, like, yeah, and people can say, like, oh, well, you know, you bought the tickets, so obviously, and, you know, you talked about it, you didn't manifest anything. Like, it's not about that. It's about putting the vision in your head. Then you have direction and drive and being able to follow through with it. But, like, I'm not even going to get into manifestation right now because Another topic for another day. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, I was sitting there and I was just thinking, man, like, holy crap, did I learn so much in prison, man. I changed so much in ways I didn't think I would. Usually I'm like changing in spiritual ways, or I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I've had a new revelation or insight. No, it wasn't that, man. It was mostly a lot of observing and a lot of thinking about what I got to do outside of prison. And it was a lot of, I just lost my train of thought. What was I just talking about? Whoa, that like never happens to me. But, yeah, so it was a lot of visualization and just realizing that like this stuff's gonna take time, man, like a lot of time. Oh yeah, guarding my heart, that's what I was gonna talk about. You know, I just started to wonder, like, why are these people so violent, you know, so crazy? You know, they grew up differently, I get it, but that must be miserable, like really, really miserable, you know. And so like eventually I think I got sick of being hurt, and I just like said to myself, you know what? I don't need a woman. I don't need you. You know what I mean? Which I've never done in my entire life. I've never said anything like that or even had that attitude towards it. After a while, I think I started to believe myself, and I was like, you know what? I don't need a person. So then I kind of became a dick in a way, so through that though is where the release of codependency came, when I started to realize those things. And it was the most liberating thing ever, because as I was changing, I was like, dude, I was like, what is going on? Like, I was freaked out because I was like, then I was having relationships with girls in there, and like, I wasn't getting mad at stuff that I used to flip out on before. Like, and plus, even if I did get mad about something, I handled it differently. It was more of a like I kind of like, for lack of better terms, I kind of just like boss up and like tell them what's up, you know what I mean? And like, I wasn't a crybaby anymore. I wasn't sensitive anymore. I used to be very needy and very yeah, just codependent, you know. But I just like, I changed so much in there, dude. I could go on and on about it forever. Right now I got like 3 clips coming out about just this prison stuff and everything, but like, I'm just realizing now, like, I'm doing the things I was visualizing. Like, I'm doing it. Like, yeah, I had a slip up, man, when I first got out. I didn't know how to adjust. It was weird because I had my guard up. I finally learned how to put my guard up. I was so happy. Like, I wasn't happy because I really didn't have any emotions with that wall, like, built so like, so I just sat there in that chair that first day when I see my mom, and I didn't say anything. I just sat there, just, okay, whatever. It's about everything. She almost was kind of looking at me too, like, are you going to say anything? Talk about your prison experience you just had for 2 years or a year and a half or whatever? No. That ain't even a big deal. Who cares? So I had the wall built so up, and I was like, oh my god, my family's not going to be able to deal with this. Like, I got to find a way to take this down. I don't know how to take it down. I love it being up because now I'm a different person. So I drank because of it. So now I found more balance. Now it's like, I don't have to be like a dick and have my complete wall up, but I can still have my heart guarded and still have boundaries and respect and love for myself, and I'm just doing it, man. I'm just doing it, baby. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm just proud of myself, man. Like, I've come a long way, and I ain't the same, that's for sure. Like, especially when it comes to relationships, especially when it comes to myself. Like, I can't remember the last time I've been with a woman and I had freedom in my mind and heart, you know, to be okay with or without somebody. Like, it's okay, man. Like, I was freaking out before about stuff all the time, you know. So anyways, I'm a cut this because I've been talking for like 30 straight minutes, obviously. And maybe continue on more tomorrow about this, because I do have a lot to say about it and I got to get it out there. So go ahead and cut this one. You drink some water, because now I have cotton mouth because I've been talking for a half hour. And my medication gives me a little bit of cotton mouth too. But anyways, thank you for listening. I'm going to try and post these and maybe do some more tomorrow. Prison, man. Oh, it changed me forever, dude.